All right, my friend, welcome back to All Cars. I am John, and it is time for another Motorweek retro review reaction video. This week, I have decided to do the 92 Lexus SC 300. This one popped up not too long ago, I guess, on their channel, and it kind of caught my eye because this is a car that, well, if you're one of those people who watches this and thinks, John doesn't like anything, well, I don't really like this car. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that up front. But I'm really mixed about it as well. I understand its appeal, and I respect it because it's a Lexus and Toyota quality, but for its market, I have trouble believing why would somebody actually buy this. So I'm really excited to see what Motorweek says about it when they test it, and I'll kind of talk through some of those issues as we go. So please grab your beverage of choice, sit down, we've got a crackling fire, grab some Hennessy, and let's just enjoy ourselves taking a trip down memory lane back to 1992.
Motorweek is made possible by Lucas Oil, TireRack.com, and RockAuto.com.
Last year, we tested Lexus's new rear-drive luxury sport coupe, the SC 400. It comes with the same 250 horsepower 4-liter V8 and 4-speed automatic as the Lexus flagship sedan. But the SC 400 was more than a made-over version of the successful four-door. Its coupe platform is smaller, and its elliptical design pushes car styling to the limit. The big coupe is one of our favorites, but we long for a 5-speed version that would be even more entertaining. Lexus obviously agrees and now offers the SC 300. The 300 has 2 less cylinders, a lower price, and its own distinct personality.
So, okay, I would never buy a car like this with a 5-speed. That's just me. I like my automatics. But I don't know. There's something about this car, and I've really wrestled with what it is. Again, if we went back to 1992 and I had the money, and I wanted a 2-door coupe that was sporty, somewhat sporty, but luxury sporty, this has some attraction for, again, being a Lexus, being that Toyota quality, but I just don't think it looks distinctive. It looks odd, but not distinctive. It's a little too rounded, and there's no real presence about it. You know, whether it's a grille or whatever it is, it just looks, I don't know, parts of it look like a Nissan 240 to me, if I'm honest with you. And up front, the 2 different headlights with the circular ones inset just doesn't work for me. It's amazing to me that Lexus and the investment they made in the LS to create something that maybe was not earth-shatteringly beautiful, or that, let's say, push the boundaries of styling in a new direction, it at least is handsome and crisp, and has a sense of classicness about it, a sense of being classic and classy. It's like the SC people, there was a whole different design group working on it, and the people working on the LS wouldn't talk to them. No, we're not telling you what we're doing, just go do your own car, you know, heck with you. So it just comes out, it doesn't have any real familial resemblance other than the logo to me. It doesn't really, it's not beautiful. It's not going to challenge a Jaguar for being attractive. It's not got the presence of a BMW or a Mercedes. All it really has going for it is reliability. But let's see if they can change my mind.
Even the most critical of editorial eyes may have trouble differentiating the Lexus SC 300 from its brother, the SC 400. After all, they share the same.
Okay, right there, I want to pause this. With the color they've got, and this gray, overcast background, and what appears to be fall, from the front, from this angle right here, when it's off in the distance a little bit, Honda Civic. Big Honda Civic. That's what it looks like to me.
Same striking styling and chassis. Only the SC 300's unique wheels are a clear giveaway. And while we still much admire this organic curved design, the SC 300's persona is based more on how it feels, beginning with the engine, which is the heart of its difference. The SC300 is powered by Toyota's new 24-valve dual overhead cam inline 6-cylinder engine. The 3-liter delivers 225 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 210 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. That's 20% less torque than the 400's V8. While Toyota's Supra has a 6-cylinder engine with similar displacement and configuration, the SC300's power plant is far more refined. Among its advancements, resin-coated pistons, steel cylinder head gaskets, and overall lighter weight.
Solid engine. I've got nothing but respect for this engine. It is perhaps unexciting, not from the numbers it generates, the acceleration it generates. It's like, oh look, a quality V6. It's going to last a long time and produces pretty good power. Nothing really here to be excited about other than it's a good quality powertrain that'll last for a long, long time.
The SC300's personality completes its shift with a 5-speed manual transmission, the one thing the V8 car lacks. Shifts are short and light, but a sure hand is needed for precise engagement. The powertrain pushes the 3,494-pound SC300 from 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds. Weighing 81 pounds more, the SC400's performance is the same, with its 2-cylinder advantage equalized by its automatic transmission. The SC300 completes the quarter-mile run in 15.4 seconds with a final speed of 92 miles per hour. Naturally, the 300 shares the 400's sport-tuned 4-wheel independent double wishbone suspension with coil springs. Ample use of aluminum is made, plus beefy anti-roll bars front and rear. All work together for excellent balance. The Lexus SC300 is every bit as taut and steady as its 400 stablemate, making light work of the slalom. Transitions are crisp and fast with some mild plow when the car is pushed near its limit. Our only complaints are the slippery leather seats that kept us sliding around, and the steering, which responded quickly but could use more feel. Our coupe has the option.
So let me just add in there, nothing to be ashamed of in any of those numbers. And it's look through the slalom. You know, they said that it does understeer a little bit there, but you get the impression what they're trying to say is this is a very competent handling car that isn't quite the pinnacle of maybe challenging the best of the best from BMW or Mercedes or something like that. It comes across extremely competent without being overly exuberant. And probably that's what most of us need if we want something sporty, but we're also driving it every day. Very, very interesting to me, the tone they used when describing all of that.
Optional V-rated 15-inch Bridgestone Potenza tires. They're 1 inch smaller in diameter than what's on the SC400. Brakes are power-assisted ventilated disc with 3-channel anti-lock. The ABS sensors also control the optional traction control system. While the rotor sizes are smaller than the 400's, braking maneuvers are not hindered. Stops from 60 miles per hour are straight, taking an impressive average distance of 106 feet. Modulation is easy and feedback is very good.
Wow. So if you've been watching any of these that I've been doing, you've noticed for probably the past, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them, something like that, I've kind of honed in on 115 for braking. 115 feet is the magic number. There's cars that seem to do that, and then they get, 120, 130 feet. 106 feet is absolutely fantastic, but the second thing I look at is the complete lack of drama, right? Now, part of that is the 3-channel ABS system they've got going on here, but it does very, very good stops with smaller rotors than the SC400, but it just stops. Nothing locks up, it doesn't pull to one side or the other, there's not any drama at all, it just stops well. Really, that's really impressive.
Feeling as secure as many competition braking systems. SC300 passengers will enjoy the...
Let's talk about styling again real quick. And I think I have some interesting thoughts here at the end, but let's talk about this styling right here. Glance at that in the side profile. two-door Ford Focus to me. Not the one from Europe, the one before, based on the Mazda 323 platform. They had another name for it. It wasn't the EXP. I'm drawing a blank right now. Sorry, guys. But first glance, like, oh, Ford Focus.
The same firm, comfortable ride as the 400. State-of-the-art sound deadening materials throughout help keep interior noise level at a quiet 67 decibels. EPA fuel estimates are 18 city and 23 highway. Our test loop returned 20 miles for every gallon of gas. Since the design is no longer new, the SC300 will miss the attention given to the 400 last year for the distinctive shape that came out of Toyota's Calty Research Center in California. Appearing out of character with the rest of the car is the thick power antenna, which does adjust itself for best reception. The Lexus SC300 comes with the 400's round, smooth, and flowing interior intact, including the matte finish bird's eye maple trim. The dash is both functional and handsome, and the gauges almost jump out at you with information. The standard tilt telescoping steering wheel houses the cruise control switches and an airbag, also as standard. The 300 also...
I'll just jump in there. Bad timing on stopping that. Really pretty interior. I like the mix of colors. I like the little pod in front of you. I like how that center area comes down to you. It very, very, very attractive. I'm sure it is ergonomically wonderful. You know, the fact that this is a Japanese car, so it's, once again, it's not a Jaguar. They put one strip of wood there and that seems to be it. It does lack a certain upper echelon elegance, if you know what I mean. I think the materials are probably the best quality. The mix of materials, the construction, the gaps between them, I'm sure it's all wonderful, but just from a picture visual, it's nice without being wow. You know what I mean?
Also keeps the SC's unique 4-pin door hinge. It's designed to swing the door out and forward, supposedly for improved entry and exit, but we found it to be an unexpectedly short swing. The supportive leather-covered seats are an option on the SC300 and standard on the 400. The cockpit nature of the SC300 puts everything within easy reach of the driver, including this optional top-of-the-line Nakamichi AM/FM cassette stereo. A trunk-mounted 12 CD changer is also optional. Temperature on the climate control system is easily changed 1 degree at a time by a rotary dial. A power walk-in device on the front passenger seat electrically moves the seat forward and back to aid rear seat entry and exit. Rear seating is 2+2 coupe tight. Lacking in this luxury sport coupe is the luxury of trunk space, a skimpy 9.3 cubic feet. We're just glad the full-size spare rests in a well. The Lexus SC300 has a base price of $32,700. Our fully optioned car came to $37,500. That's still less than an SC400, which now starts at $39,400. While the SC400's V8 is well suited to an automatic transmission, the thrill of running through 5 gears by hand in this world-class coupe is exhilarating. On paper, the 6-cylinder Lexus SC300 does offer a little less, but in our minds, we couldn't have asked for more.
Yeah, so again, another one, I wish they had done their piece at the end where they compared it with contemporaries. Like, you know, for more money but better handling and more power, you could get this. You know, they didn't do that. I'm glad I did this one because I remember when this car came out and I liked it more than I liked the oh shoot, what was that convertible Lexus that was so hideously ugly? It'll come to me later, guys. Anyway, it's okay. And I think that watching this, it is a competent handler. And if you want a 2-door, which I really wouldn't, with 4 seats, which I don't understand, if that's what you want, this seems to be an eminently capable, competent handler. I do think that there's more sport-oriented cars that would give you more performance with less luxury. And there's other brands, again, BMW, Mercedes, maybe even Audi, that would give you more cachet. And that's what I realized. I actually like, this is one of the few ones I actually like it more after the Motorweek review than I did from my memory of looking back. I remember them being comfortable. That's all I really remember about them personally. They never really hit my emotional want list, right? They were just like, oh, it's a nice car, you know, that's it. And after watching this, I respect the car, and I think what my feeling boils down to is this. If I wanted a two-door coupe with some power, with some sport to it, and I wanted to be seen in it, I'd end up in that BMW or a Mercedes. But if I wanted one that does everything really, really well, that's going to be reliable and high quality and last me for a long time, but just doesn't scream at people, this is the car. I see a lot of appeal here now. Now that I've watched this, I won't say I've done a 180 on my opinion, but my opinion's gone up on it because I understand why you'd buy this. You want the quiet competence, excellent manufacturing, the really good reputation that Lexus dealers had, and I guess have, for taking care of their customers. It just doesn't look that distinctive, and maybe that's the difference. If you want the Mercedes BMW name and you want styling where people go, they bought a $60,000 Mercedes, maybe that's what you want. But maybe if you can afford something nice, but you don't want to scream, this is the one. Let me know what you think below, guys, but that's my opinion on it. Thanks for being here.